Hey guys, what's up? It's Pat here from Mountain Sledder. We got a sneak peek at the new Pieps Pro BT and Pieps Powder BT transceivers. So we're gonna check them out. So the new Pieps Pro BT and Powder BT are pretty similar looking. The Powder BT has this blue cover and the Pro BT has more of a black cover. You can see that they're pretty similar to the older style. This is the Pieps DSP Pro. Over here we got the DSP Sport. This one's still gonna be available this year from Pieps. It doesn't really compete directly with the Powder BT. So the new Pieps Pro BT is fairly similar looking to the old Pieps DSP Pro that it replaces. They both have that black color and yellow and a translucent body. They're about the same size. The Pro BT is a little bit more narrow than the old DSP Pro, but otherwise they're pretty similar looking devices. However, they function quite a bit differently. The DSP Pro is no longer going to be carried by Pieps, so it will probably be available in some stores, but it's not part of their current lineup. You can see here the Powder BT looks a lot like the Pro BT, but it's got a blue case instead of a black case. Here's the DSP Pieps Sport, for example. What really makes these two models modern and new is their Bluetooth functionality. So I'm going to get into that more in a moment. Both models are a digital 3-antenna beacon. They both are capable of displaying a multiple burial scenario, and they're both capable of a marking or flagging feature. They both also feature an auto antenna switch in the case of electronic interference or a fault of the antenna. Both of these devices feature self-check mode when you start it up. That checks the antennas, the amplifiers, the processors, and the batteries to make sure that everything's functioning properly. Both transceivers also feature an auto search to send function, which works in the event of a second avalanche. If rescuers will become buried, then the transceivers both will revert to send mode after a designated amount of time so that those rescuers may be found as well. Okay, so what are the differences that make the Pro BT the upscale model from the Pieps lineup? Well, first of all, the Pro BT features a 60-meter range and the Powder BT features a 50-meter range. That means that you're going to be able to get a signal earlier in your search, which will save time, and also you can make a wider search grid, which also saves time and effort as you're traveling through the debris field. Pro BT also has a vibration motor, so when you first acquire that signal, it gives a vibration to indicate that there's a signal found. The Pieps Pro BT features a scan function, and basically what that does is it gives an overview of all the buried devices that it can find within the detectable range. And one of the last important differences between the Pro BT and the Powder BT is that the Pro BT does have an analog mode. So what that means is that advanced users or people that are really proficient users can use the device to do a search in the case that the screen became damaged and was unusable, or it can be used in deep burial situations to help find a victim. And finally, the Pro BT does work with one of Pieps' other devices, which is called the TX600. It's a transceiver that operates on a different frequency, and it can be used for pets or equipment, and the Pro BT can find that transceiver in the event of a burial. So the Pro BT features a lot of extra features that the Powder BT doesn't have, but it still has everything that you would normally want under normal circumstances. Important features like a flagging mark feature, multiple burials, functionality, auto revert to send mode. As I mentioned earlier, we haven't had a chance to thoroughly test these things out and put them through their paces. So we don't know exactly how the difference between the regular group check mode, for example, that the Powder BT has works versus the Pro BT, which has the extended and Pro group check functions. But we hope to get back to you on that. All right, now here's what's really cool about these models, something that these transceivers feature that no other transceiver on the market today features, and that's Bluetooth technology. So both of these devices are designed to work with Bluetooth to pair with your phone, and you can pair it with a Pieps app that you can use on your smartphone. Okay, so I got my smartphone out. I'm just gonna run you guys through the Pieps app, show you what that looks like. So basically I've already registered. I just went on and put in my email address and it sent me a registration form. I filled out my name, etc. So it's asking me to activate Bluetooth on the beacon, hold mark, and switch beacon on. Beacon display shows Bluetooth. So there's our Bluetooth display there. And now it's showed up here on my phone. So we're connecting via Bluetooth, and there's all my information. So it can even tell me what type of batteries I have in there. That's kind of cool. And so we can see all the settings that the transceiver has. This is just from the factory, so This is all the default settings. And we can register the device, reset to factory settings. Let's device check. So it runs through all these systems checks, and as you can see, they're all okay, so that's great. One of the most important features that it offers is the ability to upgrade the firmware on your device yourself. That's really cool. You can have the latest and most efficient software on your device at all times, whenever it comes out from the manufacturer. Most of the other manufacturers of transceivers, you need to send it away to one of their service centers to have that work done, to have it upgraded. So that's cost and time spent away from your device. The only other exception is the Tracker 3 from BCA, which uses a USB cable and a Windows utility software to update their firmware. Now, if I wanted to update my device, I'd go through the app as well. So there's my device. It's connecting through Bluetooth. So as you can see, we're still using the beta test version of the firmware because these are not production model transceivers. But we could check to see if there was a new release, and it's going to use my Wi-Fi or my mobile data to check and see if there's a new release out there. And there's a final release version 1.0. So let's go ahead and just upgrade to that. So update is in progress. It's already doing it. It was just a few pushes of the button. That's really cool. There you go. So the device is updated to the latest firmware. It's the most efficient and up-to-date it can be. Only took 41 seconds and it was a couple presses of the button. So that's pretty impressive. Really cool technology, and we're happy to see it in transceivers. The Pieps app also offers practical knowledge and exercise so you can stay on top of your avalanche rescue skills. And we can go through some scenarios. And we've also got training mode, device setup, remote control, and some practical knowledge exercises that we can run through. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so we've got our trusty dusty Pieps DSP Sport here, sending a signal, and we're gonna go for a little walk and see how far we can get away from that thing and find it. Okay, we got to 48 meters. So it looks like we're just right on the edge of the range for the Powder BT at 50 meters. Okay, here we go with the Pieps Pro BT. I've started a little farther back and you can see we're already at 52 meters. We're back 57, 55, 61, and lost the signal. Pieps Pro BT goes to a 60-meter range, and the Powder BT goes to a 50-meter range. And these things can be changed with updates to firmware in the future times. So hopefully we'll see a little bit more range to come as time goes on, but for now, that's where we're at. And that's good. We'll be seeing a lot more Bluetooth technology and transceivers in the future, but for now, the Pieps Pro BT and Powder BT are the only ones available on the market that have that. And it seems like it's going to be pretty useful functionality. All right, guys, that's it for our Pieps Pro BT and Powder BT sneak peek. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button below. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you think. Let us know if there's other gear that you want to see us test out and review.